Jason Valentine. Cleaning up and DHing, number 4, Cole Flint. Cole will be playing for the second baseman, number 3, Owen Lyons. Batting 5th and catching, number 16, Jake Hamilton. Batting 6th and playing center field, number 5, David Kay. Batting 7th and playing first base, number 33, Noah Riley. Batting 8th and playing third base, number 8, Justin Harris. And rounding out the Blue Devils order and playing left field, number 11, Evan Salvaggio. Held in reserve for the Blue Devils are number 4, Sean Berberina, number 6, Thomas Ellison, number 13, Jordan Lambert, and number 24, Liam Vizquel. And now for the starting lineup for your Red Raiders. Leading off and playing left field, number 22, Matt Hoyer. Batting second and playing third base, number 5, Andrew Carson. Batting third and playing center field, number 3, Luke Smith. Cleaning up and pitching, number 21, Spencer Wyan. Batting 5th and catching, number 24, Zach Thurston. Batting 6th and playing shortstop, number 2, Taylor Stutzman. Batting 7th and DHing, number 1, Zach Miles. Zach will be batting for the right fielder, number 6, Demetrius Kavik. Batting 8th and playing second base, number 7, Justin D'Amato. Rounding out the order for the Red Raiders and playing first base, number 9, Connor O'Rourke. The Red Raiders are coached by Mr. Brian Dyring. At this time, we please ask that you rise and remove cover for the playing of our national anthem.
Hello everybody and welcome to today's Section 5 matchup between the Hornell Red Raiders and the Geneseo Blue Devils. I'm Bob Pleasure, broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. Hornell comes in at 1-1 with a 21-9 victory over Bolivar Richburg and then losing to Bath 9-4. This is their first game in a week because of obviously some snow and horrible weather, and it's pretty darn cold here right now. Field temperature, let me get it exact here for you, is 39 degrees, and with the wind feels like 29. On the mound is Spencer Wyand for Hornell. Welcome those watching on Facebook Live in the comfort of your home or somewhere where it's warm. Here's Spencer. Behind the plate, Zach Thurston. Sorry if I sniffle occasionally. The wind is brutal here. Let's get this game going, and I want Hornell to win 1-0. And multiple strikeouts and pop flies. So this game will be over quickly. The first game I did of the year there, Bolivar Richburg, was 3 hours and 15 minutes long. And that's because Bolivar Richburg has an artificial surface field and everything. So obviously there's no mud conditions, so it was downpouring. They didn't cancel the game or didn't postpone it. They just played it. And in fact, it was the only game going on, one of the only games going on in New York State, only a few others that day, because obviously an artificial turf field is, you're not going to have the delays and cancellations.
Leading off for the Blue Devils, number 7, Luke Harris.
So Luke Harris, the sophomore, 5'9" sophomore, is going to be leading off for Geneseo. Foul ball finds its way into the glove of Connor O'Rourke, first baseman for Hornell. Father graduated a year ahead of me from high school, Aaron O'Rourke. One and one. As you can see on the scoreboard in the lower right corner, balls are green. Or I'm sorry, yeah, balls are green. Strikes are yellow, so it's 1 and 2. And the outs are red. It's like a reverse stop light. And there's strike 3. So good job starting things out for Spencer Wyand.
Now batting, number 9, Russell Brownell.
Russell Brownell, junior, 5'7". There's strike 1. So early on, Spencer Wyand has his best stuff going. Ooh, fish umpire looked like he was gonna call up a strike there, but 1 and 1. Brownell. A little low and in the dirt there. 2 and 1. There's a shot. Beautiful play. Taylor Stutzman, second baseman. 2 outs.
Up next for the Blue Devils, number 12, Jason Valentine. Number 12.
So Jason Valentine's a 5'9" senior. Up for Geneseo now. Low and inside for ball 1. Two and O's. Looks a little high ball there. Jason Valentine, third baseman for the Blue Devils. So behind here is Spencer Wyand, looking at a 3-0 count to Valentine. And there's a strike. He was just zeroing it in, working every part of that plate, and found his target here. Oh, and he's going to take the base. Ball 4.
Designated hitter number 4, Cole Flint. Oh, I'm sorry. Go for it.
So number 18, Cole Flint, the 5'7" senior, up to the plate. Outside 2-0. Welcome those watching on Facebook Live. And it's going to be an easy advancement there that time as the ball gets away from Thurston. Three and 1 count. And another walk. So Spencer Wyand started out hot here and has since put 2 men on with walks. Number 16, Jake Hamilton, 5'11" junior, to the plate here and see if he can drive in a run. They're just taking pitches here, letting Jake Wine make the mistake, and so far he's put 2 aboard. And there's a swing. Foul into the Geneseo dugout. Runners on second and first. Another chop foul. So ahead 1-2 here. Jake Hamilton. Oh, and swung through that one, but unable to hang on to it as a foul tip. Ricochets off the glove of Thurston. 1-2, 2 out. Men on second and first. Top of the first, Hornell and Geneseo. And that ball's going to trickle its way foul. So good at bat for Hamilton here. And there's strike 3. So Jake Wine gets out of the difficult situation here. It's going to take us to the midpoint of the first inning. Today's game is brought to you by Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys, committed to serving you with offices in Buffalo and Rochester. Proud supporters of the Bills, the Sabres, and your Hornell Red Raiders, Connors and Ferris. Maple City Dodge. Stop up and see the 2018s on the lot at Maple City Dodge. Gary Harwood and his crew up there. Great sales, great service. Maple City Dodge. Rhonda Wilsey, Howard Hanna, call 382-4539. Let Rhonda Wilsey look for your next property or home and let her help you sell your last home here. Call Rhonda Wilsey today. Of course, John and Dagan, General and Trial Practice, call 324-6690. Serving the Southern Tier since 1989, that's John and Dagan. Main Street Redemption Center, open 7 days a week, 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, Saturday and Sunday. 286 Main Street in Hornell. And Poulos and Roselle, attorneys at law. Offices in the Crossroad Professional Building, call 324-7333, Poulos and Roselle. On the mound is Jason Valentine. I misspoke and said he was playing third base today, but he is the pitcher here for Geneseo. Said we don't have any stats on Geneseo because this is their first game of the year. They've been suffered through. Obviously, they had spring break too, so they missed last week. And some rainouts and snow days as well. So this is their first contest. Like I said, Hornell is 1-1, coming in with 2 contests under their belt, but a number of them already rescheduled because Hornell is going to have, in a couple weeks, games every day of the week, which makes it a little difficult for, but I think the kids will enjoy playing games every single day. Bottom of the first coming up.
Leading off for the Red Raiders, the left fielder, number 22, Matt Oyer. Number 22.
Matt Oyer, number 22. He's batting .500 for Hornell. Good leadoff hitter. Hornell as a team is batting .268, so they're ups and downs a little bit. Base percentage is impressive, 455, so able to take advantage of some walks and hit batsmen because they've been hit a couple times this year. And there's a shot. Nice catch. Beautiful job. That was number 9. I think that was number 9 out there. I couldn't see Russell Brownell. Nice snag out of the air, Russell.
Carson, number 5.
Andrew Carson at bat. He's also batting .500. He got 4 RBIs on the year. Swings through that, or foul tips that one off to the back of the backstop. So quickly ahead is Valentine on Carson, 0-2. And Carson foul tips that one. Again, Bob Fleischer broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth here. Bottom of the first inning. 0-0. No score here on the John and Dagan scoreboard. Valentine getting ready to deliver. Carson and run. Here we go. He's going to make it to first. It looks like Carson might have, well, maybe not. Looked like a little bit of a limp there as he went to.
Now batting for the Red Raiders, the center fielder, number 3, Luke Smith.
So unfortunately, Carson's going to, or for Hornell, it's fortunate, but for Valentine, who's pitched his very well here so far, allowing Carson on base. Luke Smith. Foul tips that one. He's batting a 250 average. Hornell has 7 stolen bases on the year. Let's see if they take advantage of that. Here's Carson's on first. Like I said, it looks like Carson kind of pulled up a little lame there as he approached first base. So, as Valentine checks over to first. 1 out here, 1 on, as Luke Smith swings through that one for strike 2.
Put him in the book. Come on, 12. 0-2. Shoot him.
Oh, and strike 3 punches him out. So a beautiful pitch by Valentine.
Batting cleanup for the Red Raiders.
Right-handed pitcher. He's a senior, Valentine is.
Spencer Wyand, number
So here's
21.
Spencer Spenny Wyand, left-handed batter. Spencer looks at ball 1.
Go 12.
Spencer, who's batting a 125, but has made some good contact with the ball. Just unable to get it into the hole there, so. So,
All right, now you got pound zone. Pound zone.
Valentine behind on Wyand, 3-0. With Thurston waiting on deck for Hornell. And there's a strike.
Infield get big. Go on.
So 3-1 to Wyand. Swings through that one. Full count.
Come on, Luke. Backing that up.
So Carson at first will be moving here.
3-2. Ball. Go 12. Go 12. Never mind the runner. Yeah.
strike three. That, yeah, Wyand. I couldn't tell from here. It looked like it was definitely the right height, I think. It just looked like it might have been inside a little bit. But that's going to take us. I'm surprised Carson didn't even move from first. He's got a run there, and he just stood there. So that's going to take us to the second inning. If you're watching on Spectrum Cable Channel 1301, we'll be back after this commercial break. Facebook, you stay right with us here live.
First Heritage Federal Credit Union brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn up to 39 times more interest on your money that just might make you want to dance. ATM refunds, no monthly fees, outstanding local service, and way more interest than those mega banks. What are you waiting for? Switch to free Kasasa checking at First Heritage Federal Credit Union.
Center fielder, number 5, David Kay. Number 5.
So welcome back, Spencer Wyand on the mound for Hornell. Still 0-0 on the John and Dagan scoreboard as he throws high and outside for ball 1. Low and inside that time. Kind of overcorrected himself. From high and outside to low and inside. Spencer Wyand, it's got to be tough here working in these conditions. Wind blowing from east to west, right in Spencer's face. 2-1. And there's a swing. It's 2-2. So Daniel Kay, number 5, the senior, 5'11" at the plate for Geneseo, and he swings through that one. Spencer Wyand gets K. He K's K.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 33, Noah Riley. Number 33.
So first baseman, Noah Riley, only a sophomore. He's 6'3". He's a big boy out there. Looks at ball 1. And there's a strike. Just clipping the low part of the strike zone. There's a swing, foul. So Spencer Wyand ahead here, 1-2. A beautiful pitch by Wyand that time. Had him guessing. Not sure if that was a changeup or a curve. I'm not an expert on pitches, so. I just know it really screwed up Riley that time. And Riley just didn't know where to swing or how fast to swing or slow to swing. Just a beautiful pitch by Wyand. Justin Harris, the 5'8" sophomore, up right now for Geneseo. Looking at 1-1. And there's a shot. And beautiful job that time by D'Amato, who was able to put his body in front of that and retire the side. So that's going to take us to the bottom of the second. Hornell due up. Like I said, a cold. Now the wind's kind of calmed down a little bit. You can see the flag there. It was blowing briskly, if that's a word. It's a new word. It's a Peisch word. So that thing was blowing like crazy a few minutes ago. Now it's settled down. Say hi to my friends on Facebook. Ray Shorts, how you doing? Murray Hanchin. Neil Levi, how you doing? Tim Roselle, the attorney, joining us. John Wyand. Now, the last game Hornell played here, see where I'm set up and they keep throwing over to the first baseman. The guy from, who they play? Bath. He's kept missing it, or the guys kept overthrowing him or something. I got hit in the leg once and almost 3 times, so it was just, that's why I got to keep watching what's going on here. Apologize if any time we lose you here. I'm using a mobile hotspot. I just see it did freeze up for a second there. The camera is set and the system is set to reset itself and go back live again. So if we lose you again, it might be just off for a few seconds. So top of the second, or bottom of the second, I'm sorry.
Number 24, the catcher,
Zach Thurston due up for Hornell.
Number 24.
Valentine, Jason Valentine still pitching here for Geneseo. Foul tip.
Start on top, 12. Come on, Zach, kid. Started here, let's go.
Valentine skips one off the dirt that time. Hornell is coached, of course, by Brian Dyrene, assisted. And there's a pop up.
I got it. All right, good work. Way to take charge.
That time Noah Riley, the first baseman, able to come underneath it.
The shortstop, number 2.
You got the better glove for it, right?
Stutzman.
Taylor Stutzman.
To do that with. Way to call him off. Way to be vocal. Let's go. How to get ahead, Jay? Come on, Jay.
Stutzman batting 286. Okay, he was just about ready to wind up for that, but saw it starting to sink down and takes ball 1. Swings through that one. Good pitch by Valentine that time. Hornell scored 25 runs total here in the 2 games, so they're averaging 12.5 runs a game. If they can keep that up, it's a pretty nice season, but unable to score here yet as we're in the bottom of the second. Assistant coach Pat McHale, Bill Headley, Steve Carson, and Carl Casau. I guess that's a Casau. Is Stutzman looks at strike 2. 2-2.
Hey, don't fool around now. Come get him, son. Ross, shoot that way. Yes. Oh!
And pops one up. Looks like it's almost straight up. Let's see what. And there's an out.
Good work out there, Jay.
Good job by third baseman. That's Justin Harris. Zach Miles to the plate for Hornell. 2 outs here, bottom of the second. There's a chopper. Nice play. Easy play for the second baseman as Hornell goes down 1-2-3. Second baseman's number 9, Russell Brownell. So that'll take us to the third. Again, still no score. So I was wishing, and I did get it right so far. We've been zipping through the first couple innings here. Wind is starting to kick back up a little bit. Nick Droletz is the head coach for Geneseo, assisted by Chuck Nesbitt. And here's one, Johnny Zacharias. He's the JV head coach. There's the head coach right there. Hi to Ann Stutzman.
Leading off the top of the third for the Blue Devils, left fielder, number 11, Evan Salvaggio. Number 11.
Okay, number 11. Sophomore, 5'9", Evan Salvaggio. At the plate. Stay with him for this pitch. Ah, good pitch by Wyand. One and two now to Salvaggio. What nationality that is. A little low. 2 and 2. Salvaggio works the full count. There's a pop-up out of play just over my head. And strike three. Wyand works the count full there, or Salvaggio works the count full, and Wyand puts him in the books.
Number 7, Luke Harris. Number 7.
Luke Harris up to the plate. And he hits him in the back foot. So he's gonna make his way to first base.
Number 9, Russell Brownell.
So Russell Brownell Spencer Wyand throws over to first. Fortunately, we're only filming with one camera here. We'd have angles everywhere. Like you need about 9 cameras when you're doing any kind of baseball game, unfortunately. Another foul tip. So, 1 on, 1 strike, 1 out here. Still no score, top of the 3rd inning. And they got him in a rundown. And he's safe. How'd that happen? I can't see because of the... Jeez. Unfortunately, I couldn't see it, but it looked like O'Rourke made it down there in time, but unable to place the tag was Stutzman. So the first stolen base of the game. ball's going to skip through. So we've seen our fair share of wild pitches and passed balls this year. Early on in the season, obviously only the third game. We've got 13 more games we're planning on bringing you live here on Peisch Sports Facebook Live this year for Hornell. And it's going to be fouled back, out of play. So a lot of stuff coming up. We got some Little League games we're planning on bringing you live as well as the academic awards and sports awards for Hornell High School. Oh, a nice try over the third baseman's head. It's going to bring home a run. So Geneseo strikes first. And strike one, good pitch by Wyand. This is pitcher Jason Valentine to the plate here for the Blue Devils. One run home here in the top of the third. 1-1. Still only one out. There's a little chopper. And it's going to go foul. Good job of work waiting to see if that goes foul, because it was going to be hard throwing him out anyways. So obviously if he grabs that when it's still in fair territory, the ball is fair, obviously. So that's going to send Brownell back to first base. That's one of those no man's land. Nice throw over to first. Like we said, we can't show that. Not that quick on the eye here. Gene Maston joining us from Vegas. There's another. See if we can tag him out this time. And he gets him. So this time it actually works a Rourke to Stutzman. And Brownell sent back to the Geneseo dugout. So good recognition by Spencer Wyand that time. It's a nice 38 degrees now. It's gone down a degree. Wind chill is about 31. For those that are out in the warm. And there's a strike three. So Wyand allows one run home. Geneseo with a 1-0. It's going to take us to the bottom of the third. Today's game is brought to you by Connors and Ferris, committed to serving you. Offices in Buffalo and Rochester, proud supporters of the Bills, the Sabres, and your Hornell Red Raiders. Connors and Ferris. Maple City Dodge, check out the 2018s, and they have 2017 still left on the lot there. Great deals on them, great deals, great sales, great service. Maple City Dodge. Howard Hanna, Rhonda Wilsey, call 382-4539. What a great combination. Office in the old Landman building there across from City Hall. Howard Hanna, Rhonda Wilsey. John N. Dagan, General and Trial Practice, serving the Southern Tier since 1989. Call 324-6690, John N. Dagan. Main Street Redemption Center, 286 Main Street. Open 7 days a week, 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, Saturday and Sunday. Get your cans and bottles into Main Street Redemption Center. Poulos and Roselle, attorneys at law. Offices in the Crossroads Professional Building. Call 324-7333. Tim Roselle, Bill Poulos. Poulos and Roselle, attorneys at law. Dr. John Wine, Dr. Joseph McKay at Wyand Chiropractic, 20 Park Drive in Hornell. Get well and stay well with a visit to Wyand Chiropractic. Hornell Erie Federal Credit Union, protection for you for over 50 years. 80 Erie Avenue, great place to save, a great place to borrow. Erie, Hornell Erie Federal Credit Union. AirtightofNewYork.com, spray foam insulation, commercial, residential, new and old construction, attics, additions, you name it. 368-2842. Okay, so back with you here, Jason Valentine, still on the mound here for Geneseo. Enjoying a 1-0 lead here.
Leading off the bottom of the third for your Red Raiders.
Here comes Justin.
The second baseman, number 7.
D'Amato
Justin
just got his
D'Amato.
pilot's license a few days ago.
Number
Took his
7.
solo, so he is an official pilot. So he can go rent a plane anywhere he wants and just take it up, and he's gone. A little bit low and outside. Had a chance to go up and watch him in a couple weeks ago. Not take a solo, but he took some with his instructor up, went a few times around the airport. It was just a little too windy to do a solo that night. Brought my camera, was going to film him, but he ended up doing it this weekend. I couldn't make it. There's a shot right back to the pitcher. So D'Amato makes contact, but right back to Valentine, and it's first out for Hornell.
Number 9, Connor.
So only an 11th grader.
Number 9.
I guess he does have his regular license, but is a pilot now too. So, and if anyone knows about taking your testing and stuff like that to become a pilot, it's very expensive. It's in the thousands and thousands of dollars. Obviously, it cost like I think $130 something an hour just to use the plane, and of course gas and instructor fees and stuff on top of that, and you got to do so many hours with an instructor. So congratulations to D'Amato, for Justin D'Amato, for that. Number 9, Connor O'Rourke. He's batting 200. Danny Bassage, Hunter Davis joining us, Kim Sherburne also online with us. Serena is at time. O'Rourke goes down. So 2 outs here.
Hoyer, number 22.
Valentine delivers to the plate, number 22, Matt Orr. Bottom of the third, still 1-0 Geneseo. Looks at 2-0 here. Ball's a little high and outside. There's a strike down the middle. Valentine throws the fastball right by him. Now the wind has kicked up a little bit even more here. There's strike 2. So after falling behind 2-0, it's even the count at 2-2. We're now looking to. It's in the dirt, works the count full, does Oyer. Johnny Damrath from West Virginia joining us. Cousin Johnny. And there's a foul tip. It's gonna send Coach Dyrene after it. Getting a full count here. 2 outs, nobody on. Valentine pitching for Geneseo. Oyer on the plate, at the plate for Hornell. Ball's popped straight up. And a beautiful job by Valentine. The pitcher coming over to corral it. He pushed everyone aside there and made sure that he had access to that. Usually you want your third baseman or catcher to go after that, not your pitcher to run that distance. But these guys are high school kids, so that's gonna take us to the 4th. If you're watching on Spectrum Cable Channel 1301 Peisch TV, we'll be back after this commercial break. Facebook Live, stay with us.
Come see why these folks and others drive several miles past several other dealerships to do business with us here at Maple City Dodge.
The reason I came to Maple City Dodge was due to Gary Harwood. I've bought several vehicles here, and I keep coming back because you can't beat the service.
We came to Maple City Dodge for their outstanding sales and service.
We've purchased our last 2 vehicles from Maple City Dodge and we'll be back again.
It's worth the drive to Maple City Dodge because we have the best sales and service, and we'll prove it.
Okay, welcome back. Maple City Park. Bob Fleischer broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. 1-0. The Geneseo Blue Devils on top. Number 18, Cole Flint, the senior 5'7", to the plate here for the Blue Devils. Spencer Wine, like I said, on the mound here for Hornell still. And there's strike one. Looks like a little low, but we'll take it. Popped up out of play. It's going to actually make its way, about 10 feet behind me. 0-2 to Flint. Oh, low and outside that time. Quick trip to the mound here for Thurston. Again, I apologize if there's going to be any issues with the stream here. I'm using a mobile hotspot. And if we lose you, we'll be bringing you right back on. Oh, and that one skips. He saw Flint have to do a little jump rope there maneuver. 2-2. You always feel better as a pitcher when you get the first batter out, of course. Low and outside, so Flint works the count full. Swings through that one and he caught it. So beautiful pitch that time by Wyand.
Now batting, number 16, the catcher, Jake Hamilton. Number 16.
So Jake Hamilton to the plate. So Wyand delivers a first pitch strike here to Hamilton. And Jake Hamilton, the junior, he's 5'11". So quickly ahead here is Wyand, 0-2 to Hamilton. And strike 3. Good job by hanging onto the ball. Is Zach Thurston, the catcher. Let's take a close-up of him.
Now batting.
So 2 outs, and Daniel Kay coming to the mound, or coming to the plate here for Geneseo.
Number 5.
Strike 1, beautiful fastball that time by Wyand. So like I said, I can usually tell when they throw a fastball, because that ball's pretty straight and going fast. Everything else, I'm not sure what they're going to throw. That ball's low. So that could be a cutter, could be a slider, I'm not sure. I need a Lenny Caruso next to me, giving me the, and there's strike 2. So 1-2. I guess I could go on YouTube and watch the movements of a baseball, but it's hard from this angle. And there's strike 3 is Wyand. Able to put down the Geneseo 1-2-3. It's going to bring Hornell up for the bottom of the 4th. Geneseo up 1-0. Beautiful area here. Remax Hometown Choice offices at 117 Main Street in Hornell. 697-3629 Martha Marino. Reggie Gambino, a household name. Mike Palmer, Plumbing and Heating, Air Conditioning Services, Coal Services. State Route 36 in Geneseo, 698-44 44. Hornell Gardens, a Hurlburt care community since 1970. Long-term care facility, short-term rehab at Hornell Gardens. And First Heritage Federal Credit Union opening up spring, maybe early summer of this year. Hornell First Heritage, not Hornell, First Heritage Federal Credit Union. Mouth full of marbles here. I want to thank all our advertisers, for without them we wouldn't be able to bring these games to you. Because using a mobile hotspot here actually costs money to stream, since a city and a school does not have a Wi-Fi out here at the baseball. They were going to plan to put one in, but they haven't yet. It'd be nice if they did, but if someday when they do, it'll save me about $30 a game. That's basically what it cost here to bring you this game out of pocket. And it's just without time or anything like that, but just what the streaming services get, or Verizon gets. Andrew Carson takes ball 1. Ooh, that's a skim out of his way there to avoid being hit that time. Jason Valentine still on the plate here for the Blue Devils. Chops that one foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. Joe DeCosmo joining us on Facebook Live. If you're just joining us, Hornell and Geneseo. Geneseo with a 1-0 run here. 1-0 lead on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. Andrew Carson has worked his way into a 3-1 count. And Jason Valentine is on the mound for Geneseo Blue Devils. And Carson looks at ball 4.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 3, Luke Smith.
So Luke Smith, who struck out his first time at bat, up to the plate. Son of Scott Smith and Lori Stewart Smith. Was Hornell's quarterback this year for football and shooting guard for basketball. As he pops one up, it's going to send the third baseman. Oh, nice try. So great opportunity, great job that time, trying to scramble that one down. Justin Harris. That's got to be one of the worst things to track down, is a ball that's hit foul and you're trying to keep looking up and going full sprint. So a stolen base. Great job by Andrew Carson. That's what Hornell's going to have to do. That's Hornell's 8th stolen base on the year. Hornell averaging, like I said, 12.5 points, or 12.5 runs coming into this game per game, and haven't mustered one yet here today. As Smith lines one into left field, and around comes third is Carson. He's going to score easily, and that's going to send Luke Smith to second base. So Hornell ties things up with one swing of the bat that time by Luke Smith. So the pitcher, Spencer Wyand, can help his cause here. low and outside. When spring finally gets here in about 4 weeks, we'll have to be dressed up and bundled up like it is here. Jeez. I see it is supposed to be in the 70s here Friday and Saturday of this week, but next week it's going to get right down again. Possibly some snow after we hit the 70s for a few days. So Gene Masson, if you're watching, you might want to stay in Vegas. And there's a shot. Spencer Wyand gonna hold up at second base, so a RBI double for Spencer. Gonna put Hornell ahead. Beautiful shot that time. Beautiful patience for Spencer Wyand.
Number 24.
Still nobody out here. His head coach Nick Drolet is gonna take a trip to the mound. So great job, Spencer. So he's gonna come over and have a chat with head coach Brian Dyreen. Leonard Caruso Field here at Maple City Park. It's not called that, but it should be. Still got his plaque over on the, you can see the plaque there right above the garbage can. In case it falls off, it has a place to go. So Zach Thurston coming to the plate.
Number 24, Zach Thurston.
So Jason Valentine having a tough time here for the Blue Devils in the bottom of the fourth. 2 runs home here for Hornell. As Thurston squares to bunt. I'm surprised. Well, I'd be swinging here if I were Thurston, but this is the call I'm sure Coach Dyreen has. Hornell's been able to get a few hits here off Valentine. He's gonna bunt again, you can tell. See, now he's worked an 0-2. Now he has to swing. Now you got to get these kids to be doing things, you know, they practice and stuff like that. They know more about baseball than I do. I like swinging the bat, though. No, there's obviously a place you can work Spencer Wyand over to the third there with nobody else. And just like that, it's fair ball. Thurston to first, and coming around home is Spencer Wyand. See, that's what I'm saying. I knew Thurston was batting .500 coming into this game. When you got a hot hitter like that, why you're letting him...
Taylor Stutzman, number 2.
I'm sorry, Thurston was batting .200. That's why he was looked at the stats a little bit wrong there. But anyways, Hornell up 3-1 now. As the lefty Taylor Stutzman. And there goes Thurston. Safe at second is Thurston. So that's Hornell's second stolen base of this game, 9th on the season. There's a pop fly. That's gonna send Thurston back to second base, I'm sorry.
Up next, the designated hitter, number 1, Zach Miles.
So Zach Miles, the DH to the plate. 3 runs home here in the bottom of the fourth. Low and inside. If you're just joining us, Hornell comes in at 1-1. Geneseo, this is Geneseo's first game of the year. Don't forget, like I said, they had last week, their spring break was last week. Hornell's is another week away. And they, obviously with the weather, had a couple cancellations before spring break as well. And So this is their first game of the year. Hornell beat Bolivar Richburg 21-9, and then lost to Bath 9-4. There's a rocket. Right field. It's going to bring home Thurston. And try at the plate. And everyone's safe.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 7, Justin D'Amato. Number 7.
So Justin D'Amato coming up from Hornell. So Valentine kind of cruising through the first 3 innings here for Geneseo. Was hit kind of a rough patch here. His 4 runs come home here on the bottom of the 4th. 4-1 on the John and Dagan scoreboard. And it's a little dribbler. Is D'Amato.
Now batting, the first
Still important there, Hornell's making contact with the ball. Connor O'Rourke to the plate now. Joanne Hogan, Kathy Colucci is with us as well, both of them. Sean Hillman from North Carolina.
Let's get out of this. Let's go. Come on, Jake.
That time O'Rourke heavy swing that time. Looks at strike 1. Or swings through strike 1. 2 outs here, bottom of the 4th. That one low and inside. 1-1. Still Jason Valentine remains in there for Geneseo. Started this game.
Okay, come on, Jake.
There's a pop fly. This is where Valentine usually calls everyone. Oh, nice grab that time by the 3rd baseman. So it's going to take us to the 5th inning. Hornell up on top, 4-1. Spencer Wide returns to the mound here for Hornell. Hornell has 3 games scheduled this week. We're going to be bringing all 3 of them to you here on Peisch Sports Facebook Live. I think they changed their name actually to Watch Facebook Watch. But whatever it is, here you can tune in to Peisch Sports. Weather is not supposed to be really any better until Friday, where it's supposed to, like I said, get into the 70s or low 70s. Boy, I'll be looking forward to that, and I think most of the people around here in New York State, northern part of the United States, will be looking forward to a little warm weather finally.
leading off, the top of the
So the first baseman, number 33, Noah Riley.
Number 33.
Only a sophomore.
Noah Riley. Number 33.
There's a shot. Stutzman. Oh, and Stutzman slips. He's had a little bit of a rough time today. Put down as an error. I think that's his 2nd error of the game. First one, and I don't know. I shouldn't say it's 2nd error. The first one I couldn't see, but it looked like could be a Rourke's error because they had a guy in a rundown and then allowed him to. I don't know if they count that as an error or not, but then they allowed him to make second base without a tag. Hey, John Collins, Brendan Canny, Jason Scotty with us. That ball's going to squeak through, and like I said, that's one of the things Hornell has been plagued with this year is a lot of passed balls or wild pitches. They've had a number of each of them. Strike two, 1-2. There's a shot and a Rourke, beautiful play. Just this side of foul territory.
Batting and playing left field, number 11, Evan Salvaggio.
Evan Salvaggio, left fielder, chops one off the back netting here. Looks at ball two as he ducks down. It looked like a strike to me, unless it was inside or outside. I can't tell from this angle, but level was perfect. There's a shot. Way to get in front of it. D'Amato has time to recover. Oh, and he's safe. So good run that time. Number 11, Salvaggio. Way to beat the throw out. That's a tough little chopper there that D'Amato had there. What are you going to do? The ball comes at him, rockets, and he able to keep it down, able to keep it in front of him. So runners on the corners now. Still only one out. J.J. Hogan joining us. Those and Danny Stutzman, Bob Peischer, and bringing you this game here from Maple City Park. You remember J.J. You played football on this field. So did I. Okay, Salvaggio just takes second, not seeing a throw from catcher Zach Thurston. There's a good strike by Wyand. 3 balls, 1 strike. And works his way to a bases loaded now with only 1 out.
Now batting the shortstop, number 9.
Russell Brownell, the shortstop,
Brownell,
is up now. So Dyrene's going to take a little walk out to the mound. Talk to Spencer Wyand. Give him a little encouragement. A lot of times you see this, a strike coming right out here. So 4-1 on the John and Dagan scoreboard. Bob Peischer broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. See if Spencer Wyand can get back on track here. Again, bases loaded. At the plate, Russell Brownell. There's a strike. See, a lot of times that long walk to the plate or mound there by Dyrene does the pitcher's good. You see that in both teams. Settle the pitcher down a little bit, tell him not to worry. It's easy to get out of this. Oh. Ooh, and high inside that time, as Brownell had to duck his way out of that one. Nowhere to put him here, as the bases are loaded. There's a strike, so 2-2 here. This is an important out for Spencer Wyand. There's the strike 3. So 2 down. Beautiful job that time. Spencer Wyand.
Pitcher, number 12, Jason Valentine. Number 12.
Jason Valentine, the pitcher. Ball a little low and outside. One thing you always have to remember, it's a pitcher that you got a team of players behind you. Ooh, off the back. Beside yourself, you got 8 other players on the field, so even if he makes contact with it, just make sure you're in your right position, whether you're backing up first or backing up home plate. Ooh, 2-1, or backing up first base. Uh-oh, nowhere to put him. 3-1 count. And he takes his plate. He's going to walk a run home. Just don't want any more to come home here. He's got Cole Flint, number 18, the senior outfielder here. Yeah, that one run's not going to kill you here, so it's important. Ooh, don't hit a batter for sure. I'm surprised Flint didn't just take that to the leg. I would have. Huh. Take one for the team. Isn't that where that comes from? There's a pop fly. It's going to make its way out of play. So 1-1. Mary Wolf joining us. 2-1. So you almost got to say, let him. You don't say let him hit it, obviously, but there's a shot. And beautiful job that time, D'Amato. Over to O'Rourke, and the damage is down to just 1 run. 4-2. We go to the bottom of the 5th after this. If you're joining us on Spectrum Cable Channel 90 or Channel 1301, we'll be back after this commercial break. Facebook, stay with us live.
Join Connors and Ferris in supporting the Kelly Tough Every Score, benefiting Hunter's Hope.
Every time the Bills score, children win.
For more information, visit ConnorsandFerris.com.
If you get hurt at work, you want to be able to turn to a professional you can trust, someone on your side. Call 262-COMP today and get the results you deserve.
Connors and Ferris, committed to serving you.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Red Raiders, left fielder, number 22, Matt Oyer. Number 22.
Matt Oyer leads things off here, bottom of the 5th. 4-2 on the John Endigan scoreboard. Hornell up on top. Spencer Wyand limiting the damage to only run there in the top of the 5th. Gets out of a bases loaded jam. And there's a shot. And it's going to be over the head. Slides into second. Could have been I'm going to call that a stand-up double. I always wanted to say that. But he actually slid in. So things start off
Number 5.
From Matt Oyer.
Carson.
He said coming into this game, Matt was batting .500 for the Red Raiders.
Further, Noah.
Andrew Carson, also a hot hitter here for Hornell. Looks at strike one. Foul tip. Oh, and Carson, so beautiful job that time by Jason Valentine. Able to strike out Carson for the first out.
Number 3, Luke Smith.
So Luke Smith, who had struck out and base hit, so he comes in 1-1. Or 1 for 2, I should say. Luke asks for time as Valentine spends a little bit too much time looking back at Matt Oyer. Runner on second for Hornell. There's a pop fly. So Luke sends one sky high with the pop fly. So Spencer Wyand to the plate. 2 outs. Let's see what the temperature is now. Still says 39 degrees. Spencer Wyand looks at ball 2. 2-0. Base hit. Spencer had a shot to center field against the and strikes through that or swings through that one for strike 1. There's a shot. Did he catch it? Nice catch. Didn't see, was that the left fielder, correct? Yes. He was the one that ended up on the ground, so beautiful job. Give him some more love. That's number 11, Evan Silvaggio. So great catch, Evan. I'm sorry, I can't, being one person here, I don't know where everyone's playing like I should. So that's going to take us to the sixth inning, if I can say that right. 6th inning. Spencer Wyand going to remain on the mound for Hornell. forget today's game is brought to you by Remax Hometown Choice, Reggie Gambino, Martha Marino, 117 Main Street in Hornell. Call 697-3629. Mike Palmer, Plumbing and Heating, Air Conditioning, Coral Services, State Route 36 in Geneseo, 698-4444. And Hornell Gardens, a rural care community since 1970, long-term care facility, short-term rehab, Hornell Gardens. And First Heritage Federal Credit Union opening up June of this year. First Heritage Federal Credit Union. So number 16, Jake Hamilton, 5'11" junior, leading things off here, top of the 6th. Hornell with a 4-2 lead. Looks at ball 1. Wind is kicked up here again. Like I said, 38, 39 degrees here, but with the wind chill, it drops right down about freezing. So like I said, when spring gets here a couple months from now, we'll be able to enjoy summer. Spring then summer. One and 2. So Wyan pitching a very good game here today. And strike 3. Yep, the catcher caught it. So beautiful job by Spencer Wyan.
Next up for the Blue Devils, the center fielder.
I always like this angle because you can follow different trucks as they come in vehicles into Hornell. It's not the most ideal to be covering baseball from this angle, but here's strike 1. Joe Cieslak joining us from Charlotte. Hornell up 4-2. Spencer Wyan on the mound here. Started this game. Both pitchers are still in there as Valentine is still pitching. Well, we don't know yet until obviously the bottom of the 6th, but Valentine did pitch the bottom of the 5th for Geneseo. So both pitchers seeing their way all the way through there as Wyan evens the count at 2-2. 1 out here. Again, Hornell up on top 4-2 on the John N. Dagan scoreboard. Bob Peischer broadcasting from the Maple City Dodge broadcast booth. Daniel Kay at the plate here for Geneseo. He's a senior. And there's strike 3. So Wyan strikes out the first 2 here, top of the 6th.
Next up,
looking sharp.
First baseman, number 33, Noah Riley. Number 33.
This game is a little quicker than the first game of the year. If you're just joining me, the first game of the year Hornell played, they played at Bolivar Richburg, a 3-hour and 15-minute contest, and it only went 7 innings. But it was raining, and they never called the game because they were playing on artificial turf. And my understanding, talking to one of the umpires afterwards, they don't call the game because there's no mud conditions. There's no, so everything's artificial. The base paths and everything, even the mound was artificial. And since there was no mud conditions, they just kept playing. But when the score's 21-9, Hornell won, obviously you're going to get a long game. And in fact, Bolivar Richburg, I think they used every player as a pitcher. They changed their strike 2, 2-2. Gotta quit talking and make sure my scoreboard's correct. Outside, gonna be a full count. First baseman Noah Riley. He's only a sophomore, 6'3" sophomore. And there's strike 3, and that's the second time that Spencer Wyan has kind of confused Noah Riley on his pitches. So beautiful decision that time by Spencer Wyan. Knew that he could get him again, and he did. So that's gonna take us to another commercial break if you're watching on Spectrum Cable Channel 1301. We'll be back after this commercial break. Stay with us if you're watching live on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Laura Dagan-Pico, and along with my father, Jim Dagan, operate the Dagan Funeral Home here in Hornell.
The Dagan Funeral Home is a large, spacious, handicap-accessible facility with a seating capacity of 150 people, along with a separate family room for entertaining children. We also offer DVD memorial tributes, which continually show photographs and movies of your loved one's life on 2 beautiful flat-screen TVs.
The Dagan Funeral Home, 5 generations of the Dagan family serving your family.
So welcome back if you're watching on Spectrum Cable. It's Jason Valentine staying in there. Still the pitcher here for the Geneseo Blue Devils. Zach Thurston. There's a shot. Beautiful play. Russell Brownell, the shortstop.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 2, Taylor Stutzman.
So left, batting left, Taylor Stutzman. Oh, and Stutzman gets fooled there. Swings at a ball in the dirt. Beautiful, very cold Monday afternoon here. April 9th. From Maple City Park in Hornell. There's a shot. And Savaggio able to track that one down.
Up next, the designated hitter, number 1, Zach Miles. Number 1.
So Zach Miles, designated hitter, the DH. Here at the plate with 2 outs. Top of the 6th, or bottom of the 6th, I'm sorry. Hornell up on top, 4-2. One and 2 count. A little dribbler to third. Nice play. So 1-2-3, Hornell goes down here. And Geneseo with 3 outs to work with here. This is going to take us to the 7th. Today's game is brought to you by airtightofnewyork.com. Spray foam insulation, commercial, residential, new and old construction. Call 368-2842. Remax Hometown Choice, 117 Main Street in Hornell, 697-3629. Reggie Gambino, Martha Marino, a household name. Mike Palmer, Plumbing and Heating, Air Conditioning, Coil Services, State Route 36 in Geneseo, 698-4444. Mike Palmer, Plumbing and Heating. And Hornell Gardens, a Hurlburt Care community since 1970. Long-term care facility, short-term rehab. Hornell Gardens. First Heritage Federal Credit Union. opening in June of this year, hopefully, if everything goes right, across from the tennis courts here in Hornell High School. Connors and Ferris, committed to serving you. Proud supporters of the Buffalo Bills, Buffalo Sabres, and your Hornell Red Raiders. Maple City Dodge 2018s are on the lot at Maple City Dodge. Also have some great deals on leftover 2017s. Great sales, great service at Maple City Dodge. Howard Hanna, Rhonda Wilsey, a great team. Call 382-4539. Rhonda Wilsey, Howard Hanna. John and Dagan, General and Trial Practice. Serving the Southern Tier since 1989. Call 324-6690. John and Dagan. Main Street Redemption Center, open 7 days a week, 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 3 Saturday and Sunday. And ladies and gentlemen, we officially have snow flying here. April 9th. And we've yet to see any kind of sampling of spring here yet. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Luke Smith. Throws strike one. Next ball's in the dirt. 1-1. Nice pitch by Smith. There's a shot. Stutzman. Beautiful shot over to O'Rourke. So Geneseo down to their last two batters here, unless they can get something going. So Evan Savaggio, the left fielder, who's made some great plays out there in left field for the Blue Devils. At bat, looks at strike one. And foul off strike two. As the scoreboard just went out here, now it's back on. See, it better not be broke, it's fairly new. Oh, beautiful pitch that time. Curveball, strike three for Luke Smith.
Now batting, right fielder, number 7, Luke Harris.
So, Geneseo down to their last batter. Luke Harris, the sophomore, 5'9". As you can hear him, good eye, good eye, good eye. Low ball one. High ball two. So this one should be right down the middle. He's been low, high, and this one should be right in the wheelhouse, as Keith Hernandez says. Was going to be a strike, but chopping the ball off that time, Luke Harris. Outside, 3-1 to Harris. Geneseo looking for any kind of base runner here, down 2 runs and down to their last 2 strikes. There's a chopper. And he's going to beat it out. So beautiful job. And great backup by Hornell there. You saw both Demetrius Kavuk and D'Amato make their way over to prevent any ball from going in the outfield. So that's going to bring a runner, tying runner to the plate. As the snow is, I don't know if you can see it, but let's see if, I think if you zoom in, you can see it coming down here in upstate New York. If you're just joining us on Facebook Live on a Monday afternoon. There's a pop fly. And that's the ball game. So the Hornell Red Raiders improved to 2-1 as they defeat, and I'm trying to update things here, as they defeat Geneseo 4-2. Don't forget to join us on Wednesday as we also bring Hornell Baseball live, and Friday. It's supposed to be 70 on Friday, so I'll probably be enjoying it a little bit better than I am today. So, again, for those joining us on Facebook and then watching replays, you can watch replays, don't forget, on channel 1301 on Spectrum Cable and Peisch TV YouTube channel. Just type in PEISH-TV, PEISH-TV on YouTube, and you can watch replays of all Hornell sporting events and Peisch TV presentations. So again, thank you very much for joining us. Again, the final score, 4-2, Hornell.